Greetings to all the survivors of the wasteland. This is Dragonist4 coming at you with another how to make tutorial. And today I'm going to be covering Eddie the eyebot from Fallout. And here he is up here. And I'll give you a walk around view here. And he's hanging from the, I have him hanging from the ceiling. There's a side view, and there's the back end here. And I'm going to tell you how I made this. Now, the Eddie the eyebot features prominently in the Fallout New Vegas video game. And there are more than one version of him. Like there's a Ralphie bot. There's some ones that are deactivated. I kind of made mine a little bit different of a color because of the fact that I didn't really care for the color that he was originally in. And I slightly changed the pattern just a little bit because I wanted to make a slightly different version of him. But here's what I did. This part here, the body, the main body, is a bobber, what's known as a bobber cooler. It actually looks like a giant fish bobber. And so I use that for a body so I could actually open this and store my Nuka-Colas and my ray guns in it. And what I did is I drilled out through the cooler using a circular drill bit. And if you actually do this and you drill through this part here, be warned that this is double walled, so when you're drilling through it, even if you get through one layer and your drill will hit that second layer, it's going to catch and be very dangerous because it might it'll catch the drill bit and it won't want to move and it'll jump out of your hand. So you got to be really, really careful. This part here, the gun, is a PVC plumbing part. And it's basically, I guess, used for repairing PVC plumbing. It slips back and forth so it could adjust into the plumbing system. And I painted it with a gray color to make it look like gunmetal gray, and then I painted the black accenting on it. These here are containers from little craft glitter that I had, and I painted the inside, and I double painted them by putting wet primary color, which I used with blue, and then I ran the accenting color with black while it was red, and just kind of swished it really quickly so it would have like that burned out look like his circuits have on them. These here are door stops. For, you attach them to a wall and they stop your door from hitting the wall. Up here, the grid that he has on his look here, that's actually the bottom off of the juice container. And I could show you one of the containers here. See, it's one of these kind of juice containers. That's the actual bottom off the container. I cut that out and I glued it in place, and I put extra silver trim around it to make it look, to not only hold it in place, but to give it a little bit better look. These here knob trim that he kind of has some like bumps and knobs and stuff. These are just plastic caps off of various bottles. Again, up here we have more of those containers. To get that upper look, what I did is, this section up here, I cut the end off the bottle that I used for this part here, and that's where the cap would go. I cut that off, glued that in there, and then I glued a cheap suction cup into it, and I accented it a little bit on top here with the little bit more of the fin look that he has by, again, taking some of the plastic bottle and shaping it into place and gluing it in place. The antennas, you could use dowel rods, or in this case, I actually bought a package of lane marker antennas and I wrapped them with silver tape. For the trim back here, because he has kind of a fin shape on the back of it, what I did is I used craft foam and I put it over plastic. So this upper section here is plastic again from another bottle. And then I put the craft foam over it and brought the craft foam down, glued that in place. This here is a circuit board from a cheap calculator that broke on me. And on the sides are some more of the plastic. And I also combined some of the foam and it's colored it in with marker pen or paint and glued that in place and put some silvering around the edges. And this bottom section here is, again, another piece of plastic from the bottles. That's the handle section from the bottle. And because he's got like a bump on the bottom that looks sort of like a handle. And so I put that on there. And then I, again, glued that in place using hot melt. Though you could use industrial glue if you want, however you want to do it. And again, I put the silvering on there for an accenting. And I attached them with a pulley system to the ceiling onto a cable here. So if I want to lower them and store anything in there, I can actually store it in my eyebot, or in this case, I call this the Sophie bot because I didn't really care for his coloration, so I changed it a little bit. I made it look a little more like a girl bot than an Eddie or Ralphie bot. And for the paint, I painted it in black, the whole thing in spray painted in black. And then I did burst shots with the gray coloration and burst shots with red to make it look like it's got that rusted, worn out appearance like he has on in the game. And, you can see some of the black showing through like here. And, so I made it have it look like it's rusted out and, like he's got a worn out, rusted out look. So there he is, or there she is, however you want to term it. That's my version of Eddie the eyebot. So I hope you enjoyed it and stay tuned for further videos.